tonight?
Well, I expect a more relaxed Dallas team. They play very tense and tight, especially on the offensive end. They need to get off to a good start, Kevin. They dug themselves a big hole early that they could not get themselves out of.
And they go inside.
They average about 39. And we know the Rockets are the best in the league at guarding that painted area.
Nowitzki coming off a horrible shooting first game. A toss away right there. Here comes Bob Sura the other way, working around Howard. And Bowen starting for a second consecutive playoff game. This is Yao Ming against Dampier.
Expect him to get more touches tonight. Only 8 shots. He got himself in foul trouble, but Dikembe Mutombo has been terrific off the bench.
There's a knockaway by Yao, who's out there with Sura, McGrady, Bowen, and David Wesley. That is the Rocket 5. Dallas countering with Howard, Terry, Dampier, Nowitzki, and Michael Finley. It's Tracy McGrady inside on Dampier, who picks up the Dallas foul.
Well, Tracy McGrady was terrific in game 1. 6 turnovers. He knows he has to play great at an MVP level that he played at all season long. And Tracy McGrady, that smooth gliding player, has been on a roll the last 8-9 games here for the Houston Rockets.
Sura is on Terry. And Michael Finley, who had a very so-so game 1, it's an important early shot for him.
Well, one of our keys tonight, Kevin, is Finley and Nowitzki. Those two guys, the heart and soul of this team. They had a very tough night tonight, 7 of 27. They have to play well, the both of them combined, for them to win the game tonight.
Wesley to Bowen to T-Mac, who had the 34. Bowen left open to fire. He's out of Iowa in his 6th NBA season. Picked up by Howard. Look at Yao Ming on the floor. He and Terry grapple, and that is a foul.
You want Yao Ming to pick up. You love the effort. You hate the foul.
Crew tonight, Dan Crawford, Greg Willard, Mark Wunderlich, Dirk Nowitzki. Rebound by Tracy McGrady. And he had 6 rebounds in game 1. McGrady again, fights in for 2.
He is so smooth.
And playing at the very top of his game, here is Terry.
Well, you heard Jeff Van Gundy talking about it. You heard our crew before the game, going from a great player to be a great winner. That's a huge jump.
Nice pass by Finley to Dampier. And that was over Yao Ming.
They have got to get Dampier involved early. When they got behind the other day, they ran him out of the game. They went to a small lineup. He never got involved in the game. They went out to pick him up in the preseason to give him a post presence. They did not use him in game 1. They must get him involved in game 2.
Dallas, first time they had ever opened up a playoff with the home playoff loss.
And as a result, we lost game 1. Put too much pressure on ourselves. So let's see how they react here. They dug themselves a hole once again, and Houston playing with great confidence. Yao
didn't take a free throw shot in game 1. Takes one, makes one right there. Here comes Terry against Sura. And the aforementioned Van Horn.
Now the matchup with Van Horn, he's got to attack Yao Ming. Yao Ming has got to play him. He will not play Nowitzki. On the other side, Nowitzki will play him.
Wesley for 3. And the Rockets have started 3 of 5. Dallas has started 3 of 4. Here comes Michael Finley. This is a 2-point shot. Yao with the rebound.
I don't like that shot. Too early in the clock right now. I know Michael Finley's trying to get himself involved in the game. He can get that later in the shot clock.
Rebounding even so far early in the game, and fumbled away by Tracy McGrady.
4th in the league, so they didn't get any opportunities in the open court. And the Mavericks have got to run. They cannot play strictly a half-court game.
Rockets have led early by 5. Dallas has not had a lead. 5 by Yao, leading all scores. That is a 3, and it is right down the middle. Jason Terry, who became a starter in mid-December after spending some futile years in Atlanta and getting his 2nd playoff start in his career tonight.
Well, you know, he's a lot more relaxed than he was in game 1. He even admitted to the jitters before the game, which everybody has. Nowitzki and Finley, 7 of 27 in the first game. They've got to be great. And then bench support. The last 23 games, the bench has averaged 34. In game 1, they were outscored 32-19. Stackhouse and Van Horn have to be big.
And Dallas has Van Horn in there early. McGrady fanning on a 3. It's loose, and Terry vacuums it in. Dampier on the bench with 2 early fouls for Dallas. Jason Terry, and pickpocketed by Bowen. Ahead to Bob Sura, knifing his way in with the foul.
And you know, when we talked to Jeff Van Gundy today, we have got to show that we can get out and run a little bit so they will respect us and not just try to send all 5 guys to the offensive boards all night long. They almost gave that game up the other day by giving up so many second chance opportunities.
Already the Rockets have gone 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Dallas is not taking a free throw shot.
Inexperience. He's not really a true point guard. He's a scoring point guard. Steve Nash has been here through the years. A lot of conversation after game one now, how much they miss Steve Nash. So it's on Jason Terry here to get his team settled down.
Well, they only had 12 assists the other day in game one, did Dallas. Nice pass, McGrady to Yao, doubled inside. Van Horn picks up his second foul.
5 or 6 hours of treatment on Thursday, iced him. He said, hey, this is the playoffs, guys.
Well, and his coach, Jeff Van Gundy, says T-Mac trying to transfer himself from just a great player, Doug, to a great winner.
He can be the complete player. You'll see him tonight play against Nowitzki. Well, that's what they did the other night to win the game. They went small, came in with John Barry, took out Ryan Bowen, slid McGrady down, went with a small lineup and no answers.
There's a steal by Van Horn and the drive. Almost another from their opening lineup.
Well, you can see also the Rockets to play at a higher pace, a higher tempo, play faster than they played the other day. The Rockets were in a great rhythm. You can see Avery Johnson now trying to disrupt that early in the game.
Finley guarded by Wesley. Now on Finley with a quick double. Josh Howard. Yao deflects the ball. Bowen comes up with it, and Wesley, who was acquired from New Orleans earlier this year, puts it into Yao Ming. 7-5 against 7-6 and 7-5 wins.
Oh, what a great start he's off to. Is he giving McGrady a great sidekick here to start this game to really put Dallas behind the 8 ball. Dallas is an excellent road team, 29-12. That's their record. Their road record's as good as their home record. They have the second best road record in the league, and another turnover there. That's 5 already in the game. That's led to 8 points.
Nice knock away by Harris. Neither team made any changes out of that break. Houston still going with their starting 5. Yao leading all scorers with 11. Nice spin move and a rejection by Yao, and picked up by Bradley, who puts it in and brings the Mavericks to within 2. We've had no lead changes. We've had 2 ties. Rockets have led by 5. Dallas has never led in the game. McGrady, great feed to Yao Ming.
Yao Ming is a great screener. Sometimes that's a thing that nobody ever talks much about, but Jeff Van Gundy told us today he's a great screener. Gives McGrady a lot of opportunities to turn that corner. McGrady's making excellent decisions.
That's a big wall to get around, too. And here comes Nowitzki. Pushed and fouled. Count the 2.
They still are a team that depends so much on their ability to score. They're a better defensive team than last year, but still they're a team that thrives on being able to put points on the board. Only 86 in game 1.
Dallas 14th in points allowed, 8th in field goal defense, and that says a lot. Here comes McGrady. Oh, he just sucked the gravity right out of the building. We just did ourselves.
Well, let me give you a little quote that Jeff Van Gundy gave me today. He said, I talked to Tracy McGrady about being a guy who can unite his team with his passing and inspire him with their great plays and passion. That was inspirational. That was an inspirational move.
It was something. Stackhouse is in now for Dallas for the first time. Nowitzki with it. Bowen following him. Stackhouse, one of the best 6th men in the NBA.
Jerry loves to go that right hand. You've got to try to push him left the best you can. Big-time scorer, has the capability of throwing up a big, big night.
Dallas has made a 3. Houston has not made a 3 in 2 tries. Yao and Bradley. McGrady. Wesley, nice ball rotation. Sura for 3. That's the first 3 for the Rockets.
When the Rockets move the ball and get good shots, they're tough to beat because they shoot a very high percentage when they're that uncontested.
Stackhouse to Nowitzki, who's doubled inside. Bradley kicks it back out to Harris. Stackhouse for 3.
Great hustle play that time by Dallas. 3 bodies on the floor before they came up with a play that gave them a 3-point opportunity. That's the kind of hustle plays, energy plays, urgency that you have to have. You're right now early in the game, but you can't throw Dampier back out there and have him get his 3rd.
Yao Ming has gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 4 of 4 from the field. And he just trains his 15th point to lead all scorers. Only player in double figures. McGrady's got 7. 5 for Terry and 5 for Stackhouse, leading Dallas.
Free throw line big already for Rockets. They're 12 of 12.
Stackhouse torn away. Good steal. Another turnover. Number 6 for Dallas. Houston, in contrast, with only 3. Here come the Rockets. 7 of 10 to start the game from the floor. Sir, the last time out, just had a 3. The rookie defending him and makes the steal. 2-on-1. Devin Harris, Michael Finley.
For the Rockets to get this kind of work out of Yao Ming here to start this game.
You talk about urgency. You talk about energy as Wesley takes it and feeds to Bowen. They get 2 right there with a great assist from Wesley, but that energy is so important for Houston.
Well, when they start out with those sluggish starts, they never get started during the course of the game. Tonight, that has not been the case.
Rockets still going with their starting 5 the entire first quarter. Stackhouse tries to take it.
And watch David Wesley here fall into Yao Ming's leg. Very fortunate he did not get hurt there. We saw Kwame Brown tweak his knee the other day against Chicago that same way.
Sean Bradley hits. And here comes Houston the other way. They've hit 5 consecutive shots. They've led by as many as 5. Mavericks have never led. 2-point game. McGrady has started 2 of 3. Sura. Bowen. T-man. Nice knock away by the rookie Devin Harris. He's playing big. He struggled in game 1 with only 7 minutes, and Bowen.
It's so important in the playoffs. You've got to take away easy scores, and McGrady did not quit on the turnover.
Jerry Stackhouse. Nowitzki with 3. What a free start. Inside against Yao.
Only 14 times did they ever get the ball from one side of the floor to the other, then back to where it started. They would have struggled to score at all.
Brady picked up his first foul, and Dirk Nowitzki ties the game at 29. And this is the 3rd time this game Dallas has never led. John Barry has come in for Ryan Bowen for Houston. First Rocket substitution. And here is Barry, who had a good game 1 with the drive. Yao with the rebound and puts it over Bradley. What a play by Yao Ming with 17. His playoff career high is 21.
Best game I've seen him play this season.
It's Nowitzki missing from 3. McGrady out duels Bradley for the rebound.
Keep going to Yao Ming. He's inspired. John Barry takes the quick 3. I would love to have seen him throw that ball into the post, let Yao Ming continue to get some touches. He's got the entire front line of the Mavericks in foul trouble.
Dallas is shooting 58%. Rockets are shooting 60%. And the Rockets are +1 in rebounding. Here comes Nowitzki.
This is where they've got to get some movement. This is where they cannot stand around and watch Dirk play. They've got to get some cutters to the basket.
Here comes McGrady to Barry. And picked up by Finley.
Bobby Sura and Sean Bradley in the backcourt. Running into each other. It looks like Sura.
A chance to tie it again.
Are playing great basketball, but right now the Rockets, they went through that little lull. And we were in LA with them. They got a win on the road. They went to Phoenix and won. They won in Seattle. They won their last 7. They've now won 8 straight games. Got that little swagger back again.
No fouls to give either way. Mike James in the game. He had a very good game 1. The alley-oop from Mutombo in the game. McGrady with the rebound. Corkscrews up and puts it down. Tracy McGrady. Rockets with their 13th free throw attempt coming up and nailed a perfect 13 of 13. You just saw the Dallas 6 of 7. Jeff Van Gundy has this team ready. They lead by 4. Half minute to play in the first quarter.
10-second differential. The Rockets should get it back.
James on Harris.
Got to force Stackhouse to his left. You can't let him go right.
He goes left. And he misses. Good call. Finley with the rebound. Mutombo defending. Alan Henderson in the game. He can't get it. And out of bounds. Winding down the first quarter with Stackhouse. Make him go left, as you just said.
Push him to his left, going right. He's an altogether different player.
And missing at the buzzer. Fabulous. Second quarter, Mike James, who played on that Piston championship team a season ago with Wesley, John Barry, Mutombo, and McGrady remains in the game. Here comes Wesley slashing inside.
When he's making those kind of shots, normally he spots up and shoots jumpers or shoots that little mid-range shot. Very seldom you see him get all the way to the basket.
Rockets have their biggest lead. Here is Dirk Nowitzki. He makes it. And he is out there with Marquise Daniels for the first time, Terry, Henderson, and Stackhouse. John Barry the other way. Wesley, that little mid-range jump shot won't go, and Terry's got the loose ball.
I think the Rockets have to be very careful with this tempo. This plays into the Mavericks' hands. I thought we would see Marquise Daniels tonight. He's too good a player to be on that bench. Let's see if he can put his imprint on this game.
He didn't play in game one.
Did not play at all.
Nowitzki with the miss and Barry with the rebound. And now Dirk Nowitzki has started 2 of 7. He had a poor shooting game one when he was 5 of 19. Look at James to Mutombo. And Barry launching a 3.
Look how open. Nobody around. That's what dribble penetration does. And what's happening, the Mavericks are fronting McGrady, and Mike James sees that, and he's driving baseline. The whole defense collapses, and he just kicks the ball out. So when you see that fronting in the post, it makes that baseline drive wide open.
Houston just got their first bench points. Here comes Daniels. Rebound by Dirk Nowitzki.
It's 5 offensive rebounds now for the Mavericks, 11 points. So their offensive rebounding is keeping them close.
Game, so Dampier has been resting since then. Van Horn hasn't seen time since he picked up his 3rd. And so now they've got Alan Henderson in there, and they had a little bit of Sean Bradley toward the end of that first quarter to Dallas. McGrady's double.
And look who's wide open, right across the other side of the floor. That's back-to-back wide open threes. That skip pass is killing the Mavericks. They're double teaming in the post, and they're allowing the ball to come out, and one pass across the floor is picking them apart right now.
35-year-old John Barry with 2 quick threes, and the Rockets have their biggest lead of 8. Here comes Terry, picked up by James, intercepted by Mutombo.
See the indecision. Jason Terry is a scorer. Jumped in the air, left his feet. Who's guarding this man right now?
Wesley for 2, a Dallas rebound. Houston has gone on an 8-2 run to start this second quarter.
Avery Johnson's got to get his team settled down right now. They're a little bit disoriented offensively, and it's leading to defensive breakdowns.
Oh, Nowitzki with a little hitch, but puts it in on the drive. And people were wondering how he would respond with no Steve Nash.
He had a great year, and we'll have to wait to see how the playoffs are going to be, because right now they're missing that leadership that Steve Nash brings at this time of the year. That's where Jason Terry's going to have to settle down and bring that to this team.
Nowitzki has scored all 7 points for Dallas in this quarter. Ryan Bowen is back in the game. Barry for 3. Again! John Barry has gone 3 of 3 above the arc and put the Rockets on top 45-37. Timeout Dallas. James is in there. And right now, with under 9 to play in the first half, the Rockets lead it 45-37. High score Yao Ming with 17. Josh Howard for 3. He buries that. And Dallas, above the arc dog, has gone 3 of 4. Rockets have gone 4 of 7.
Dallas has got to get a mental toughness now defensively. They've got to dig in. Right now, the Rockets are in a great rhythm, getting wide open shots. Dallas has to disrupt that. They have to disrupt the timing, make them take some tougher shots.
Rockets are shooting 61% from the field for the game. Mike James. A 3. Rebound by Dampier. 52% shooting. Will carry the Mavs the other way.
That's a good defensive possession. Now you got to come down and get a score.
Nowitzki. He's the only Maverick in double figures with 12. Into Bowen. Well-known story, his mom and dad were elite-level German athletes. One in handball, one in basketball.
His favorite player when he watched growing up, Rudy pattern his game up, everybody thought it was Larry Bird. You know it was? Scottie Pippen. He said, I watched the Chicago Bulls all those years with Michael Jordan, and I just loved the way Scottie Pippen played.
Daniels and Howard on the floor at the same time for Dallas. Terry's in the backcourt. Nowitzki's down low. Dampier is the center. McGrady. Bowen. Shot clock at 4. Dirk got a hand, I think, on that ball.
2 good defensive possessions in a row now by Dallas.
Dallas plus 8 in rebounding. McGrady's got 10. Nowitzki leading Dallas with 14. Mike James tapped that, which is
nice read. Nice read. He read the eyes of the tipper, And Dallas did not do a good job of blocking him off where he could get in that lane and steal that tip.
Rockets have led by 8. Mavericks have never led. McGrady to Yao over Nowitzki.
Well, he's got it locked on cruise control right now. And Tracy McGrady is just finding him on every occasion. I thought that the Mavericks had gotten back a little momentum. Let's see now if they can find their way on the offensive end.
Daniels with a nice weave. Knocked away by Yao Ming. Here comes John Barry.
Give it to your big man.
Dampier defending. Great pass by Yao to Barry inside, but they can't get the two. Volleyballed around and finally vacuumed in. Uh-oh, there's a foul on Bowen. Well, if you had to guard Nowitzki, you probably wouldn't be sleeping either.
That's right. Mine was usually George Gervin or somebody.
That's a foul.
A lot of games they came out, they were sluggish, and their team responded that kind of way. That's just the way it is. But I think the addition of Mike James and John Barry and David Wesley changed the personality of this team. It really helped T-Mac and Yao Ming.
Well, they've got 7 players with 10 years of experience or more on Houston, and it is, and as Doug just said, a very positive effect. 19 for Yao and across the lane. No foul. Daniels, Terry, and Nowitzki. Well, look, he's got 2 small guys on him. And here he's got the mismatch with Barry defending. Rebound by McGrady.
Settle for that jump shot. You had the smaller player create a better one.
That's a 3 by James. And a rebound lassoed by Dampier.
Dallas's defense a little bit better right now. They just got to start converting on the offensive end.
3 ties, no lead changes in this game.
McGrady now guarding Nowitzki. There's an offensive foul on Dampier. Spectacular finish, got it to tie it at half. We're able to win the game. It's not always a fourth quarter game. You have surges at different times. It's important right now for Dallas to hang tough.
McGrady is fouled.
That's all right, Kevin. The same mistake is made all the time. Before Reggie Miller, you'll hear from him. Now, back to you, Kev.
Thank you, EJ. 3.5 to play in the half. T-Mac getting his first point in this quarter. We've had 4 ties, no lead changes. Rockets have led by as many as 8. Here comes Dallas shooting 51%. And inside Josh Howard.
Well, you can see what's happened. Josh Howard is just isolating against Yao Ming. They're trying to take advantage of that matchup. So if that's the case now on the other end, Houston has got to go inside to Yao Ming, who's being guarded by Nowitzki.
Rockets shooting 51%.
A little up-court trap, just trying to disrupt the rhythm.
McGrady. James. Picked up by Terry.
He's learning to run a team in the crucible of the playoffs. Been in before. This is a terrific young player. He's had a great year, and he's just got to continue to get better every game. But the big thing is, don't force plays. That's when you get yourself in trouble. Take the open shot. Don't force passes in traffic.
Dallas shooting 53%. Rockets 51.
Here again, Josh Howard going one-on-one against Yao Ming.
And scores. He's put in all 11 of his points in the second quarter for the Dallas Mavericks.
Nelly ball right here, going small.
Mike James. And now Dallas can take their first lead. Terry. Nowitzki. For the lead over Yao. And Yao Ming has the rebound, clutching on to his 5th of the game. Yao with the screen. McGrady, wide open Wesley for 3. And here comes Jason Terry with about 45 to play in the first half.
I'll go back to Josh Howard right now. Yao Ming is very, very tired. Give him an isolation on the weak side. Let him penetrate.
2-on-1. Wesley.
Oh, that might be a flagrant.
Foul. Houston a perfect 17 of 17 for the free throw line. There's just Wesley again here.
It does not take much to get you riled up. It's like, you know, I do a lot of playoff games together.
There's a foul.
I have to check that foul and see who they call it on. I guess they called the push-off on McGrady before Barry fell.
Must have. Here's Howard. Nowitzki with the reverse. And picked up by Pageant. Rockets still nursing a 1-point lead in what has been a thrilling first half in Big D tonight.
This is going to be some series.
Wesley to Yao.
How about that quickness?
And he's got a playoff career high of 23 points.
How about that quickness?
Josh Howard. Pickpocketed by Sura. -3 in that category.
And points off offensive rebound, 16 for the Mavericks. That's what's keeping them in this ball game.
Clarence Weatherspoon makes his first playoff appearance in this series tonight. He's working on Nowitzki.
Early in the year with Juwan playing. Juwan, where they miss him. It's a 2-point game. You come down, use clock.
Yao, Pageant, lost it. It was tipped. It is not an over and back. Shot clock is at 10. Sura, nice fake. Wesley over Daniels. Tipped by Pageant.
For the Rockets now, the last thing you want to do is foul a guy shooting a 3-point shot.
And this should end the half with Finley just coming up short.
How offensive-minded Tracy McGrady is here in the second half. Only 6 field goal attempts, took 27 shots in game 1. Look for him to get more shots at the basket this half.
This is game 2, the best of 7 first-round Western Conference playoff series. In the regular season, they met 4 times. Rockets 1-2, Dallas 1-2, Wesley. And a rebound by Dampier.
Dampier has got to give them something here in the second half other than just fouls. He's got to make his presence felt down in the paint. That's why they traded for him, to get a big man.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Teams multiple opportunities at the basket.
Sura is on Terry. Bowen denies the pass into Nowitzki, but it's picked up by Dampier, and the shot clock is at 11. Bowen guarding Terry. Big shot by Terry.
It's only his second attempt of the game. He's 2 of 2. He's really working hard to try to run his team.
The high scorer with 23 points is Yao, who sets a screen, and McGrady launching with the miss, and he is now 7 of 8, 12 points. Former ACC Player of the Year, Josh Howard. Jason Terry scoops it off to Dampier.
Nice play that time by Jason Terry, getting in the lane. And let me get Dampier fired up. You heard the guys in the studio talking about, he said he's the best center in the West. Well, he's got to start playing like that.
Dallas has their first lead since early in the first quarter.
Houston is known to go through droughts offensively now. We'll have to see if they can find some points. It looks like McGrady's got an easy 2 here.
With a great play. And that's his first field goal since 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Michael Finley. Did
a jackknife 180, laid it off the glass with his left hand.
McGrady to Yao Ming with 25. That is a playoff career high.
They're killing him on that play. A little high screen roll. The weak side rotation is not getting there. Dirk Nowitzki's getting behind Yao Ming, and he's too small. He's got to get in front of him on that roll to the basket.
I don't think I've seen Yao play this well.
I agree with you. It's the best game I've seen him play.
Howard, T-Mac knocked it away. Wesley and Nowitzki deflected that pass.
A great opportunity there, nice knock away, but David Wesley, not a great passer on the break. Normally he's the guy who's the receiver and either spotting up and making the shot or getting the basket, not the guy who's going to create a play for someone else.
Dallas is shooting 48%. Great pass, Nowitzki to Dampier. Here comes Houston, 50% from the floor. They've put it up 42 times and made 21.
I like the fact that Dampier now is involved. He's got 2 dunks in at the basket area here to start this period. Now he's got to get busy on the defensive end. There's that play once again.
Into Yao, this time from Wesley. And Yao again scoring at will, 10 of 11 with 27.
I don't know what they're doing on that screen roll, but Yao Ming's catching the ball about 1 foot away from the basket at 7'5". They will not defend him down there.
Jason Terry over Yao and tapped in by Dampier. And Doug, you mentioned it just seconds ago, but Dampier, when he is involved, Dallas is a different team.
That's what they got him for, to get some points in the paint. Everything can't be at the perimeter. You can't win on jump shots. You've got to get something in that lane.
It's Wesley working on Howard, rejected by Josh Howard. Mavericks have led by as many as 1.
Look where Yao Ming is deep in the post here again. If they throw in the ball, it's going to be another easy score.
24-second shot clock violation.
Interesting enough, Kevin, Dallas's record 29-12 at home, 29-12 on the road. So they have played equally well on the road, but last year they were 36-5 here. They had the best record in the NBA at home.
Finley rotating to Terry for 3. And now Jason Terry is picked up.
They're starting to get some energy, and it's picking up the level of their offense, just like this. Here's a steal right here, right on cue. That's what you have to do at home, get the crowd involved.
And Nowitzki against Bowen. Sura with the rebound. Houston is -9 in rebounding in this game. Leading scorer with 27 is Yao. 16 for Nowitzki for Dallas.
Plus 6 points, but the offensive rebounds, second chance points, starting to take its toll, those second chance points.
Tracy McGrady. And he's got 16, 5 of 9, with 5 rebounds and 5 assists. Leading rebounder with 6 is Jason Terry, who's got the ball right now, the point guard for Dallas.
Indecision on this play. Josh Howard's not sure where to be.
Dampier.
Clock is winding down here.
Yeah, it's down to 3. Finley for 3.
Oh, they were lucky on that possession. That was a disjointed play. But they went inside, got the double team, and kicked it out. So Dampier does not get the basket, but he creates the three-point opportunity.
Dallas 7 of 9 shooting threes. Houston 4 of 10. McGrady over Finley. And Bowen with the save, and Sura will reload on offense.
See McGrady again much more aggressive, looking to take his shot.
Ming drawing the double, freeing up Wesley. Rebound by Josh Howard. Dampier picked up by Yao.
How much better Dampier's playing in this period. He's got a couple dunks. You see, he's got a little bounce in his step. Look how they're chasing now the Rockets out of their play. Nowitzki's doubling off of Bowen to try to disrupt the play. It's now 9 seconds on the clock, and they have not gotten into the play yet.
Sura.
Look at the shot they're going to get here.
Not a good one. Wesley with the shot clock at 1 second. It's Finley right there. Looks like Dallas might be trapping more in the second.
Well, what they're doing is they're running Nowitzki off Bowen, knowing he's not an offensive threat, and disrupting the timing of their plays.
Josh Howard met by Wesley. Nowitzki has missed his last 6 shots, and you see the rebounding story alone in this third quarter. Now the shot clock here is down to 3 for Jason Terry. Tipped up and in. It was either Howard or Dampier. But someone with a headband.
If Dallas wins this game, it's going to be on their offensive rebounding and their second chance points. Right now, Houston is not able to corral a defensive rebound.
That's Sura for 3, and a big one it is for the Houston Rockets. They gave that previous Dallas tip-in to Howard. With the Mavericks by 2 and under 5 to play in the third.
Well, we set for a great finish.
Nowitzki's got 16. Howard's got 13. Good fake on Bowen. And the collision. There is the first player to be drafted at Wake Forest since Tim Duncan.
They're going to stay up the floor, and they're going to continue to try to trap and pressure. They're going to keep the defense up. They're going to try to disrupt the timing, not let the Rockets walk the ball down the floor and get into their offense. Look at Van Horn. He's looking to trap off of Bowen whenever he gets a chance now instead of Nowitzki.
It's McGrady with the shot clock at 6 and a double team on him. Ryan Bowen. Good shot there by Bowen, who's a 42% shooter.
See, he's going to make enough of those to where he puts some indecision in the mind of Dallas. But in any kind of situation, you got to make McGrady pass the ball to Bowen. You can't let him take those shots.
We've had 3 lead changes and 6 ties in this game. Nice fake by Terry.
He's settled down, playing a much better third quarter.
He's played well. Dampier has played better. Terry's got 8 points in the third quarter. Dampier's got 6 points in the third quarter for Dallas.
A very aggressive trap. Ryan Bowen cannot run away from the basketball. He's got to make himself available, even if it's just to be a passer.
Wesley to Sura. A 3 over Terry. A rebound by Dampier. That's his 4th of this quarter. Yao is winded. Van Horn works on Bowen. Inside! And those are the first Dallas Maverick bench points since late in the first quarter.
Keep your eye on Van Horn. See, they're running a trap here at half court.
From Dampier and Jason Terry.
Now what's happened is Padgett's in the game because he's a better shooter. So if they're going to trap now, he'll get the shots. There's Yao Ming on the finish as McGrady goes hard to the basket. But Padgett's got to be ready to shoot the ball.
Yao has got a game-high 29 points. Howard against Wesley. And Yao is there.
I didn't do a good job. The team didn't. We got to be better.
Nowitzki still on the bench. Jerry Stackhouse launching. Yao climbing, and a foul on Houston inside.
But one of the risks you run when you go to a small lineup is you're rebounding. And that's exactly what's happened. Small lineup, and the Rockets aren't rebounding the basketball.
Rockets with Padgett, Berry, and Yao, McGrady, and Sura. That was a good-looking shot. Put up and in by Van Horn.
Here's Van Horn now. He's going to help. Padgett's going to be open. He's going to look to take the shot.
Padgett can hit the 3.
And that's why they got to be a little bit more careful running off him than Bowen.
Rockets down by their largest deficit of 5. Padgett floating inside. It's picked up by Howard. He'll slash inside. Slammed in by Dampier. And the Dallas Mavericks have their biggest lead tonight with an 8-point third quarter authored by Eric Dampier. McGrady for 3.
Oh.
Wow.
Got to get up on that screen, though, Eric Dampier. When Yao Ming sets that screen, you've got to get up and chase McGrady off that shot. You've got to make him a passer.
Dallas shooting 51%. Rockets shooting 49% for the game.
Big minute 30 here for Dallas. They've gotten the lead. They don't want to cough it up going into the 4th.
Howard for 3 over T-Mac. Dallas has gone 8 of 10 above the arc tonight.
That'll get it done. You shoot like that, it's tough to lose at home, especially.
Rockets 6 of 14 shooting the 3, and there's a quick Dallas foul. It goes on Stackhouse.
You got to feel a whole lot better, but look at the second chance points tonight.
Very big. Dampier, the self-proclaimed second-best center in the NBA, and back is Shaq, playing like it this third. McGrady with the left hand, knifing his way for 2.
Now he's got to get out on that screen. I mean, there's a big screen in the backcourt against Mike James by Dampier, but you've got to get out that big guy and corral McGrady off that high screen roll, because that's all you're going to see right now from the Rockets.
And James picks up a foul.
That's points. That's minus 19 in a 5-point game.
No fouls to give either way. Yao knocks it away on the drive by Terry. A 3-on-2. McGrady, John Berry puts in a 2-pointer.
Great possession there. 2 for 1. Now 7-second differential, so the Rockets should get the ball back with a chance to possibly tie.
Mavs have led by 7. Rockets' big lead has been 8 tonight. Van Horn into Yao, and a foul called for 2.
Usually those kind of plays where he's one step away from getting into the right spot.
Van Horn puts it in, completes the 3-point play. Bradley has taken the place of Dampier. Isn't it funny when you think of Dallas, you think of Finley and Nowitzki, and tonight neither having an effect on this game.
That's true, but Van Horn off the bench has played exceptionally well now. He's got back in the sync after the early foul trouble.
Mike James trying to carve his way.
That high screen roll with Yao Ming and McGrady in the 4th quarter.
James. Another free throw is down. Stackhouse trying to beat the buzzer and way off. But what a third quarter. McGrady is really intense.
Yeah, he was upset because they weren't running the play that was called. The play was called right there was for him to get an open jump shot. So he put his personality and said, look, run the play that Jeff Van Gundy called. That's leadership.
So T-Mac has 23, game high 29 from Yao, only 16 from Nowitzki, and Finley's got 10.
Watch the Van Horn matchup now with Mutombo. Van Horn's going to try to take him out on the floor off the dribble.
Devin Harris, Jerry Stackhouse for 3.
Well, the benches come through now. Van Horn is playing well. Jerry Stackhouse.
Houston led by 4 at halftime. Dallas leads by 4 coming into this fourth quarter. Right now, it is a 91-86 Dallas 5-point lead.
You got to lock in now on Tracy McGrady. He's going to take every shot here. If you're Dallas, you've got to know where he is at all times.
He's coming off a 34-point game 1 performance is T-Mac. Harris for 3. Dallas has been unbelievable above the three-point arc tonight. Down 10 of 14 for the Mavericks, popping the long-distance 3.
Well, shooting is contagious, be it bad or good. In game 1, it was bad. Tonight, it is good.
James, John Barry looking for Mutombo, and Van Horn was whacked in the face.
Right in the jaw.
These two teams split their 4 games in the regular season.
But how long will Yao Ming be on the bench? Again, watch the matchup of Van Horn stepping out on the floor.
There's a turnover and a 3-on-2 orchestrated by Barry into T-Mac.
He has to go down on those kind of plays so you know that there's resistance at the basket.
4 times this season, McGrady won Player of the Week honors in the NBA. There's a big offensive rebound from Bowen. Here comes McGrady working on Stackhouse with revenge on his mind, and he dumps it off to Bowen. McGrady again, and Stackhouse right there. Oh, he lasers it inside. Bowen is shoved.
Most important.
With Doug Collins and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan in Dallas. Second of 2 is in by Bowen. It is a 6-point game with just over 9 minutes to play in the 4th. Devin Harris, Keith Van Horn, fouled by Mutombo.
Himself in quick foul trouble, but has come right back in the game.
High scoring 29 points from Yao Ming of Houston.
This is the kind of pace of the game, though, that favors the Dallas Mavericks. The game up into the hundreds, it's their kind of game.
And McGrady, who's got 24.
Really making him work, though. He had 2 guys guarding him to bring the ball to the floor. All of a sudden, the shot clock is down to 10 before they get into their play.
That's a good point. Here comes McGrady into Dikembe Mutombo and fouled by Van Horn, and
move the basketball. They're running at Tracy
percent from the free throw line. 29 points for Yao Ming, still on the Rocket bench, and as soon as those words come out, he gets off the bench. He'll check in the next stoppage of play. Devin Harris, a screen from Dampier. The mismatch on Mutombo. Dirk Nowitzki continuing to struggle. 4 of 16 tonight.
Well, you just rarely see him have 2 bad shooting games in a row.
He's missed his last 7. Mike James. Nice off the glass.
Now, Dallas cannot relax. They had a nice run. It's a 4-point game now. Still plenty of time. They're going to have to continue to score points. That's how they got themselves the lead. Their offensive efficiency went right through the roof.
Plus, Dallas has gone 10 of 14, knocking down the 3 ball tonight. Houston has hit 6 above the arc. It's Stackhouse against McGrady. This has been a nice second-half matchup. Nice defense by McGrady. Sean Barry flying the other way. Meets Stackhouse here. Now they've got Finley on McGrady. Barry for 3. Good! He's knocked down 4 tonight.
35 in the first 2 games. He's got to keep shooting. The Mavericks have to keep scoring. There cannot be any hesitation right now. Rockets are going for an insurmountable 2-0 lead here. Both games on the road. This is huge here for Nowitzki to get going.
He is 4 of 17. And Nowitzki has not had a field goal since midway through the 2nd quarter. It's McGrady and an open Ryan Bowen. Rebound by Jason Terry, approaching 7 minutes to play. The no-look to Nowitzki.
Got to keep shooting. Shooters, shoot. You got to shoot the basketball. Right now, he's got to think he's hot. Hit his last shot. I played with a guy, world beat free, who could miss 10 in a row. And the 11th one, if he made it, he knew he was hot. And that's what you have to have, that kind of mentality.
Thought Yao was going to come in before the break. He is certainly going to come in next dead ball. And fouls on Dallas. Dallas is plus 10 in rebounding in this game.
Dallas showing a little zone on this possession.
Brady and Yao. Berry, Wilkes, James. Here's a Berry three. It's no good. James out there along with Bowen. That's the Houston five. Dampier, Howard, Nowitzki, Finley. There's Dampier getting the entry pass, and Bowen got in the way.
And continue to look for their shots.
Nowitzki's got a Dallas high 18. Game high 29 by Yao. McGrady's got 24. Finley. And the shot clock is at 6 for Nowitzki for 2. Big shot. You called it.
Cannot worry about your percentage now. This is about willing yourself and your team to win this game, to even this series.
We've had 7 ties and 3 lead changes. Each team is led by as many as 8.
Look at Dirk Nowitzki. I want the ball. Remember, he made his last shot. Can't wait to get the ball back in his hands. That's what great players do. Go back to him again.
Now Ming just picked up his 4th personal foul. Nowitzki, this time into Dampier. With no call as he crushes Berry. The Rockets had a 7-0 lead to cut it to a 1-point game. Mavericks on a 6-0 run that extends their lead to 7 with 5.5 to play. And this is Mike James.
Look at again, Nowitzki just running all over the floor, not even guarding Ryan Bowen. Bowen cannot hide.
McGrady is 8 of 15 with 24. Shot clock is down to 5. Now Nowitzki on McGrady.
Come on.
What a shot by Tracy McGrady. He's got 26.
Well, I said Nowitzki's the best player on the floor for his team. McGrady's the best player for the Rockets. We're going to see which superstar can get their team home. It'll be the Rockets with a 2-0 lead, or we're going to have a split. There's that slip play again. And you know what the rule of thumb, Kevin, is? Keep running the play until the other team stops it.
Yao with the rebound, and he has collected 8 with his 29 points. The game high 29.
Now McGrady's going to go to Nowitzki. Bowen's out of the game. They put a better offensive player in the game, Sura, so they can't run off of Bowen.
And Berry, who's hit 4 threes, decides to penetrate and go right around Dirk Nowitzki. 4-point game. Josh Howard, the reverse. And his own miss. Intercepted by Mike James. He's got a trailer in Sura, but he takes it himself. And just like that, the Rockets to within 2.
They will not go away. Remember Rudy T, when he was coaching the Rockets, he said, we have the heart of a champion. We'll see what's in this Rocket team. Can they find a way to steal another game on the road?
McGrady on Nowitzki. And a foul on T-Mac. Dirk Nowitzki, the only player. Dirk, an 87% free throw shooter.
Well, I really like what Dirk has done here in the last few minutes. What great players do. McGrady's doing the same thing for his team. In your words, Kevin, buckle up. We got a great finish.
Just under 4 to play in regulation.
Zone defense by the Mavericks. Sura wide open for 3.
That's number 8 above the arc tonight for the Rockets. 10 makes by the Mavericks above the arc.
That's why Jeff Van Gundy put him in the game, because you need another offensive player out there so they can't double McGrady.
Terry slipping by one defender and coming inside. Dampier had it and lost it. The problem was 1 turnover and 3 points. Dampier against Sura. Picked up by Howard. There is the aforementioned Jason Terry. He played at Arizona.
How about this matchup? Nowitzki and McGrady.
Oh, great pass. Nowitzki. Terry for 3. Picked up by Terry. McGrady has now got 8 rebounds and 8 assists. Houston is 7 of 10 in this 4th quarter shooting the ball. They've hit their last 4. They can take a lead with the hit right here and under 3 to play. Berry inside, Yao for the lead. He got it. And the Rockets Rockets on top by 1, and Yao with the game-high 31. He's gone 12 of 13 from the field.
Composure. If you're Dallas, composure. You got to run a play here and get a good shot.
Nowitzki for the lead.
Why not? Why not, Dirk? Running right-hand hook in the lane. You missed 7 straight. Now you've hit your last 3. You've got a couple assists. You've gotten to the free throw line. Now it's T-Mac's turn.
Screen by Yao. Sura for 3. Good!
Jim Van Gundy's yelling at Sura. Play. So he's gone now with a better offensive player in Van Horn. He's gone small with he and Nowitzki.
And keep McGrady on Nowitzki.
That's exactly right. And Yao Ming now has to guard Van Horn.
Finley picked up by Sura. Shot clock is down to 7 for Jason Terry. We got a tie at 109. That is the 8th tie of the game that has also contained 6 lead changes. Each team is led by 8.
High screen and roll. You're going to see McGrady and Yao Ming. How are they going to defend it?
McGrady down the lane and lost the ball. Picked up now by Terry and Dallas. Good transition defense by the Rockets. They got back in time.
Nowitzki being guarded by Barry. Get in the basketball.
Van Horn. Nowitzki with the screen, and then they throw it away. Mike James, Terry knocked it out of his hand and out of bounds. 1:15 to play. We're tied for the 8th time at 109. Sean Barry. McGrady to Yao. That's happened all night long. A great assist for T-Mac, his 9th, and Yao with the game-high 33.
Great execution out of the timeout. Jeff Van Gundy has to be thrilled with that play.
Jason Terry. Nowitzki battling Sura. Vacuumed in by Barry.
To get it across here, you've only got about 3 seconds. Dallas does not need to foul.
McGrady's got a double-double, and he's 2 rebounds away from a triple-double.
Keep your eye on John Barry. He loves these kind of situations, taking shots.
McGrady for 2. Picked up by Finley. And Dallas now, down by 2, will take time.
And once again, Van Horn is in the game with Yao Ming. Van Horn very capable of stepping out and hitting a long jump shot. I would expect Dirk Nowitzki to get the ball in his hands, though.
Finley picked up by Sura. McGrady on Nowitzki. This Kataya.
That was a big-time play. Tracy McGrady had to defend it perfectly. Step back and hit a brilliant shot. Last possession here, Rockets to win the game.
To take a 2-0 lead. Oh, Tracy McGrady with 2.2 to play. Knocks in a 2-point shot to give him the lead and maybe a 2-0 lead. Because he's a good perimeter defender. Howard to Finley. And the Houston Rockets have taken a 2-0 lead.